Hey, yo, it's MalReactTV. No filters, just facts, and what a real react. Welcome back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Layla, I would actually argue that the Black working class is failing themselves. Wouldn't you agree that, you know, in order to get a job, in order to qualify for a certain position and an education system at a job, wouldn't you argue that it should be based off of qualifications and not your race or identity?
I've never argued that. I've never argued that. That's not
I
be
know
the case.
that you were saying that you would argue that it should be equal, right? So you're saying that there should be Black Americans in education systems, in jobs, but wouldn't you argue that they should be qualified for those positions and not just placed there because of their skin color?
I've never disapproved that.
Okay, so let's say...
That's not what DEI is.
Okay.
Do you know that?
Well, I'm not talking about DEI right now. Well,
because you're suggesting that I suggested that somebody should get a job just because they're Black. And I've never asserted anything like that.
I mean, I understand that you may not say that exactly, but a lot of the claims are, you know, they're pointing to that.
No, it's not pointing to that. And so that is, I need to clear this up because it's a really important point.
Okay.
We live in a nation that has actively pedestaled white people. Can we all agree on that? That we
in the past,
we can't.
In the past, but not currently.
In the past.
But not currently.
So okay, fair. Okay. So how many Black people are part of this administration's cabinet?
I'm not sure. Can you tell me? Can you fill me in?
Zero.
Oh. Who? So seems like there may be a couple.
That's not a cabinet.
I don't know.
Scott Turner.
Okay.
So there are. So we got two.
So there are.
So we got two.
Can
we got
also,
two. We got two. So back to your point, DEI is about expanding.
Oh yes. Okay.
Not lowering credibility.
Okay.
So if we have a system that has very actively said these particular people are the best people simply because of their race, DEI said, or their gender.
Okay.
Because DEI mostly leveled up white women.
Okay. So it would be incorrect if it's, you know, if we're pointing toward this, you know, a majority of race is qualified because of the skin, the basis of skin color.
Absolutely. Yeah. Whether they're white, Black.
Okay,
I mean, race is fake anyway.
Now, I do want to touch on a point that you did mention earlier, that you would argue that, you know, Black people have less opportunities in America. I do not agree with that. I have not had, you know,
first of all, you're a light-skinned woman.
And so are you.
Yes.
And you're doing great for yourself.
Yes, and so colorism really does serve us.
I do want to say, why do you think that is, though? Why do you think that? Do you think it's just based off the color of our skin, or do you think it's based off of the reputation that Black people make for themselves?
What reputation are Black people making for themselves?
What would you argue? Because I mean, when I look at
who makes the reputation for Black people?
Let's look at music, for example.
We already had this conversation with somebody else.
Well, we're gonna have it again. Most of the people that
are we?
Most of the people.
I'm gonna shut it down right now and let you know that the reality is that when you come to Black music, for you to say most of the people, you've already lost the argument.
Am I right?
There is no most of the people with Black people because you haven't heard of all of Black music.
Most of the music that is, let's say, maybe exalted or are shown by the media, right?
And who controls those systems?
It defiles Black Americans.
Controls those
but who's putting it out there? We are Black.
No,
we're the ones putting it out there.
Actually, the distribution systems that are putting them out there are owned by white people.
Who listens to them? Because I can bet you most of my friends, my Black friends that are not conservative, they listen to that music that defiles their bodies.
You know
that
who
talks
else
about Black on Black crime, and
everybody
it's a good
else.
thing.
But if we don't acknowledge that they are not in the same way pursuing white voices talking about the same thing, even though they are, we simply like to start at the branches of a tree and not at the root. We have to understand that the media is king. Okay, media is king,
and media does not favor conservatism. I can tell you that right now. I mean, look at the protests right now in Los Angeles.
Depending on who is in office, media does favor them.
I mean, we have Trump in office right now, and media is not favoring Trump at all.
Media is absolutely not favoring Trump in certain spaces because Trump is also not favoring that particular type of media. But it depends on the day, and we have to acknowledge that regardless of whether you talk conservatism or not, media has never favored Black people at any point.
All right, guys, that's time. You've been voted out.
Thank you.
Please return
at any
to your seat.
point.
Thank you.